I was going to make a video talking about refereeing decisions today and talking about how all we want is consistency and that we want the right decisions and people who cannot get to the right decisions called out and talk about VAR and talk about all that. But then Rangers went, nah, Stevie, why would you want to bore people to death talking about refereeing decisions and what John Beaton does when we're going to sack Kevin Thelwell and Patrick Stewart? Welcome back to Big Stevie Cool 1872. Now, I've already made this video for Fog Football. That was more of a raw reaction because I was literally just up about 5 minutes and I was like, fuck, I need to press record here. But I've had a little bit more time to digest it. I've had about an hour now, and I'm outside. The cold has half woke me up. I have been dealing with a flu the past couple of days, so I'm beginning to feel a bit better. But I tell you what, nothing hits like this antidote, because we thought, I mean, most people would have been with the mindset of Patrick Stewart and Kevin Thelwell are going to be strangling this club for the foreseeable future, for like literally about 5 years. So to see the fact that they're actually away and that we don't need to worry about that side of the January window and be like, oh, what's going to happen here? And not just that, you know, future windows, and also the fact that they were appointing just their families and friends, and every decision that they were making was pretty much horrific. I mean, this doesn't guarantee us anything, because at the end of the day, folks, we need people in who are actually going to be good. We can't just bring in people who are just slightly better than these two, because that's not really going to cut it either, because that's how bad they were. But you know, I'm not going to read out the exact quotes, because A, I've already done that on Fog Football, and B, I don't have them in front of me. But Kavanagh talks about the fact that what we needed 6 months ago is different to what we need now. He talks about that they're not what he says that those two are not what we need now, and that things have changed. And I mean, well, so what does that mean? Does that mean 6 months ago they thought, here, their English player transfer model could work, and now they've realised months later, yeah, actually, if we just sign within this league, then maybe that'll do the mustard? Maybe they've took one look at the Jamestown analytics and went, well, hold on here, if Hearts can buy players on the cheap that know this league and know how to play in this league and suit this league, then why the hell are we giving Thelwell and Stewart absolute millions to waste when we have a much bigger budget than Hearts and could be signing better players who are more suited to this league? And here, I'm not saying it is just down to Hearts, because it probably wouldn't be down just to Hearts. It's going to be a whole bunch of factors, but I think Hearts might have had like a little factor in this, because I mean, they've spent absolute peanuts compared to us. They've improved their squad massively, into which it looks like a squad capable of challenging for a league title. Meanwhile, us on the other hand, we don't really look like we can challenge for it. Apart from the fact that Rolls got his 4 wins in a row. It's like, you take it, I mean, I know it's ifs and buts, but you know, the fact that we're only 5 points behind Celtic, and the fact that we're only 9 behind Hearts with a game in hand, I think it's nothing short of a minor miracle, considering how bad the start of the season was. And that's what gives me more hope, because with those two in charge of the window and decisions in January, you'd have zero faith in bringing the right guys in. But if we can appoint someone capable and who actually knows what we need and can identify what we need, if we can strengthen correctly in the January transfer window instead of whatever Thelwell was fucking planning on doing, then of course that's naturally just going to give us more hope in the second half of the season and confidence, and hopefully just going to add more ability. So I mean, times are very tough, but gotta say, right now, the last couple of weeks, they're heading in the right direction. You know, Europe's obviously been a disaster still, going out semi-final to Celtic. I mean, I'm still fucking fuming about that. No two ways about it, sorry. But, you know, I'm just glad that it's not like the start of October, September time, or end of August time, where there was not one positive to have. Like, there just wasn't. But the only positive would have been if you woke up and you were still breathing. That's how bad it was. So at least we've got a few things floating about now for Rangers. Aye, Stewart and Thelwell are away. Who are we going to bring in? I'm not going to pretend I've got a short list in front of you. I don't. I'll tell you who we're going to bring in though. People who are fucking capable. Come on, Rangers, do it. Kavanagh. I just think it's interesting because he did go on to talk about the fact that, well, what was it? He went on to talk about the fact that we've got better results under Danny has essentially exposed the bad job that Thelwell and Stewart have done, which I think it may sound like it doesn't make sense, but if you think of it, under Martin, we were just blasting Martin, thinking, oh, you're crap. You know, it's not all the players' fault, it's more Martin's fault. But now, since Martin's away, it's kind of exposed the fact that some of the players, or the majority of the players that we've brought in, are mints. But at the same time, I think they are mints, most of them that we've brought in. But Danny Role's proven you can still win with them, and we've won 4 in a row. So, yeah, I'm just surprised by the timing of this. Like, I thought if these two were going to get sacked, it would have been around 6 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, when tensions were at their worst regarding Thelwell and Stewart, because they were essentially the stumbling blocks in not bringing Gerrard or Muscat in. And if you want to talk about another negative, even though Danny Role has won 4 games in a row in the league, I think most of us would have wanted Gerrard or Muscat over this guy, and obviously nothing can change that. But I'm just, you know, well, what if Andrew Kavanagh sacked these two around the time he sacked Martin? Would we have Gerrard in? Would we have Muscat in? I'm going to say yes, and I think that is frustrating, but at the same time, still got to back Danny Role, and hopefully he can sort us out this season with a few more happy moments and potentially some silverware. So aye, till next time, peace.